Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Well, today's video is a little bittersweet. It's the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. If you've been watching our videos, you know we've got a 450 that we bought, that old ambulance body that we're putting dump bed on, and had a guy come by this morning and he purchased our beautiful old Ford. So it's going to a new home. Come back and we'll talk about what's happening with this and what's happening with our new truck. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. Appreciate you tuning in. Like I say, it's the end of an era and the beginning of a new one. Our wonderful old 88 F450 Super Duty is moving on to a new home. I'm sad to see it go. I like it in our videos. I like the sound of it. I like driving it, but it's time to upgrade something more functional. I've owned a lot of cars and trucks in my lifetime, okay? A lot of them. And not from the standpoint I had a lot of money. It's probably really the opposite. I didn't have a lot of money, so I was all the time buying something on its last leg. Most of the cars that my kids grew up riding in and stuff we were the last owners, because when we got rid of it, there wasn't a whole lot left. So I've owned a bunch of them. I wish I'd have kept count. It's got to be way north of 70, maybe north of 100, okay? Because I didn't mind buying something old to work on it. And that's why we bought this truck. We had a need, but we didn't need to spend a lot of money. So I bought this truck, spent a lot more money on it than I should have, got it up and running. And it really just didn't fit our needs around the sawmill as well as personal. I wanted something a little newer, a little easier to drive long distance. Now around here locally, there's nothing wrong with it. But if I wanted to go to Tennessee and pick something up, drive 200 or 300 miles, pick something up, I wouldn't drive this, okay? For that main reason, it's going. Guy come by this morning, nice young man, his father, veteran, both of them. You know, we really appreciate their service. But he's starting a tree business, and they're running a small sawmill business, probably an hour away from here, and it fits their needs to get started. Kind of the same reason we bought it. It's a budget-friendly item. This truck's ready to go to work. It don't need anything but button the seat, gas in the tank, and carry some extra oil with you because it burns oil. But it comes, you know, we sold it with a new motor that goes with it, so they're getting the benefit of that. If they get tired of it consuming oil or blows up tomorrow, they got a new motor to put in it. Just takes time and effort to do it. So, like I say, we're sad to see it go. I like it in our videos, but, you know, time moves on. So, let's go over here and talk about our 450, and we'll pick up over there, and we'll go into a little more detail. Okay, guys, we're back over here at our 450. As far as I know, we got everything done we need to do before we set the bed on, so it's not inconvenient to work on anything else. It's been a job, no worse than expected, but it's been a job to work through and get it ready. Our bed's sitting over here. We got it ready to pick up. We had a couple brackets that were going to be interfering with it setting down, so Matthew got them cut off. I think next step is basically pick it up, bring it over here and try to get it set down. May take a little bit to get it squared up. It's got to sit right at the back of the chassis, and the front two mounts should slide right over. We get it tacked on the back and bolted in the front, then we're going to raise the bed up and we'll attach some more brackets to it. But one thing at a time. So we're going to set you out of the way while we get the tractor over here and get it set up to pick it up. Have to get these logs out of the way. So it's just one thing after another. I say it's kind of bittersweet seeing our old truck go away, but I'm looking forward to having this one legal, you know, tag and insurance. It's got a title, but it don't have tag and insurance. So as soon as we get tag and insurance on it, we can get it out and put some more miles on it. So let's get to work. Okay, guys, we're bad YouTubers. We forgot to film it. Sorry. I'm going to show you how we got it rigged. Luckily, this bed has 4 D-rings in the corners. So we got this chain goes from side to side, and I'll pull up the slack with the thumb. And then Matthew's got a chain there and there. We may have to take a little more slack out of this upper side, but we're going to pick it up and see how level it is. If it's level, we'll move with it. If it's not, we'll set it down and readjust it. So pull that hook and you can get some of the slack out. I'm gonna set you back over here out of the way. Maybe far enough you can see us pick it up. There we go. I'm gonna pick it up, then Matthew will get these logs out of the way. Before it goes down, Matthew, these wires are gonna have to go through the chassis. See how they go under here?
Yeah.
So when we get over there, they're gonna have to go down. There's some in the back we'll have to look out for, but we'll take our time. We ain't in no hurry. Let's see if it picks up halfway level. Looks like we need a little slack out the front, don't we?
No, it needs a little slack out the back.
Or let the back lay down a little bit. Okay.
But you can't take it out the front because it ain't got enough leash. Now, I'm gonna let that out a little bit.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna take all the tension off of it. There you go.
Need me to back up? Gonna stick them wires through the chassis. I'll stop right there.
Well, twist it.
I can't do nothing about it.
The other option we got is you back up and come straight in and hook the truck to it. The truck is mobile.
The bottom needs to go that way a little more.
Well, the front needs to go that way. We're this way right now.
Okay, I see it. Looks like it needs to go forward, but we can take the other tractor and push it forward.
Push forward, or I can back the truck up.
Yeah, you can back the truck. Just drop them through the chassis there. Okay, let's check the wires at the back. If we need to, we'll back the truck up just a hair.
Yeah, we're in a good spot for it right there. Let's do it there.
Let's check the wires in the back. Push them up. Okay.
Take a second. I'll look at it and see what we need to do.
Okay. That's went very well so far.
Need to back it up a little bit.
Yeah, I need to back the truck up a little bit. Do you want to grind this off before we get too close? Because this is going to be your filler neck that goes back there.
That would have been good to grind off before we put it on there.
Well, we can get
At
it
this
now.
point, it's easier just to set the cab, set it on there.
Well, your weld's on this side. If we get it all the way up there, you won't be able to grind it. Let's go ahead and do it now. Back up and punt. Never hurts. I mean, can't do it all in one pass. Unforeseen, that filler neck is in the wrong place. We need it at the back, and it'd be easier to cut it off now than after the cab, after the bed's sitting right up next to the cab. What we're going to do, we get that moved, we'll back the truck up to where we're close and get it set down. And if we have to, we can come around the backside and nudge it forward a little bit. I'm happy with it. It's set down great so far. I'm going to look at the other side while Matthew's doing a little grinding.
There was very little penetration in that.
Wow.
I broke the weld. I didn't even cut it.
You know, jump the truck, put it in neutral, see if it just roll back a little bit.
If I can get out from under it. Yeah.
See if we can ease it back about 6 inches. Well, that's probably right where we need to be.
That's in park, and I'm gonna put the parking brake on so it don't move.
Okay. I'll set this over here. Okay, we're closer.
Turn that light off.
We're gonna go ahead and start easing it down. It'd been nice if we'd had a little more level, but we're gonna work with it. Come back here and look at the back. It needs to go forward an inch or two.
Yeah.
You know, try to crank the trucks up and just move it while I got most of the weight still held.
That was an idea. I wouldn't stand too close though. Slide.
It need about 2 inches. Looks like it needs to go down, and I need to pull it this way about 1.5 inches to square up the back.
We can handle that.
Go over here and spot me, and I'll try moving it just a little bit.
Just set it down on there and then we can dump it on there.
It needs pulled this way just a little bit, don't it?
It's still that much off though. It's sitting all the way down.
Okay. Well, let's get it squared up, and then we'll go from there. Can I back up a little bit? Well, unhook. Okay, we'll go over and get it and just bump it a little bit while I hold it. It ain't gonna fall nowhere. We're getting close. Got a little misalignment here on the back. Needs slid up the hill. Let me come get the camera so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, you can see our misalignment. We just need this slid over to here and we should be happy. Matthew's got the tractor ready. That's perfect. That's square on both sides. Okay. Got a lot of brackets and welding and different things to do, but it's sitting on there. We gotta go through and add some different pads where we need it. So. Well, it looks like a dump truck. Got a bed sitting on it. That wasn't near as bad as I had imagined, so I'm quite happy with it. We'll get it bolted down and that back welded and these front bolts put in. We'll get the bed raised up where we can work on it a little easier. So that's gonna do it for right now. We'll check back in a few minutes. Okay guys, welcome back. We got the front tube mounts tightened up. We got the machine. I got the bed sitting on the truck square. I put my spacer pads in and I'm trying to get it welded up. So I forgot to turn the camera back on, sorry. But that's what I'm working on now, is trying to get this all welded up back here. So nothing to do but just burn some welding rod. Okay, guys, I got that side all I can do till I can raise the bed up and get in here behind. Got the next plate cut to go in here. Actually got the tractor sitting on the bed to hold it down good and tight. I'm gonna seam all this together what I can get from here. And like I say, we'll raise the bed up. I'll get in here and do a little bit more, but gotta start somewhere, so let's get to welding. Yeah. take my glasses off. Can't weld with bifocals for some reason. It just don't work. You can tell I'm running it pretty hot, trying to get some heat in it. Okay, fighting something here. I don't know if it's the feed or the welder or something's fighting me. Yes, sir. Not as much fun as you expect, but gotta get done. Okay guys, a little break from the welding here. Mr. Carter come by to pick up his dump truck. Belongs to him. It's on his trailer now, so no longer mine. Going to a good home. Young man doing tree work. They do some sawmilling, so it'll have similar life that it's had around here. We wish you the best of luck with it. Hard to see, but got the new motor loaded up in the bed that comes with a new 460 that we've gathered up, never did use. But end of an era. I hate to see things go, but I can't keep it all. So off goes the 88 450. So we got the dump bed put on this one, so it looks, at least it looks like a dump truck. It ain't functioning yet, but probably about done for the day. I'll come back in the morning and try to get it wired up to where I can raise the bed, get it in there and finish mounting it, and we're gonna get it on the road. So it's probably gonna do it for today. I'll check back with you in the morning. See you guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Trying to remember yesterday, the last clip I think was Mr. Carter driving off with the old 450. I intended on filming a lot this morning, and I had customers waiting on me when I showed up. And I had customers all the way through lunchtime, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining. Everybody come by, bought a bunch of lumber, had a bunch of phone calls. I think I got 20, 30 minutes to work on this thing before lunch. And I come back this afternoon and been working a couple of hours and forgot to turn the camera on. So the goal of this video was to get the dump bed put on and hopefully get it mounted enough and wired to where I could raise it up and then get underneath it and finish mounting, because it'd be a whole lot easier. We got the back welded and the front two mounts bolted solid, and I need to add a couple in the middle, but it'd be a whole lot easier with the bed up. So I've been working with that for a little while, and let's show you where we're at. I am overjoyed in the fact that it goes up and down. Goes up and down quite well. You know, it was a gamble. I didn't know. It's not as fast as a PTO dump, but we're not going to use it on a daily basis dumping. But when we do need to dump, it'll be more than adequate. Went through and greased the whole scissor mechanism and the safety arm. I had to take a sledgehammer and get the safety arm to move up and down. But little PB blaster and some grease and a grease fitting, and it works adequately now. So I'm pleased with the height or the elevation of the dump. That will dump dirt, gravel quite easily. There's the safety. So I'm overjoyed with it. Let's get over here a little closer. Maybe you can see. I made it a little easier on myself a few weeks ago. When I was wiring up the air compressor and everything, I put a hot lug here. That's a 1/0 cable straight to the battery. So I brought this 1/0 cable off the pump. Got my power here. Easy peasy. This is our switch cable. Goes right into the cab. And here's our up and down button. So happy. Yeah, to say the least, I'm overjoyed. You never know when you get into this stuff. I'm not a gambling person when it comes to money, but on equipment, I gamble quite a bit. I gamble that if it don't work, I can fix it, and hopefully it's not too expensive. As far as I know on this lift mechanism, the only thing I'm going to change is some hoses, and that's just for good measure. They've got a lot of corrosion here on the fittings. The hoses themselves really don't look bad, but this one's weeping. See the corrosion here. I'm going to replace, it's only 2 hoses. I guess maybe $120 maximum. I'm going to put 2 new hoses on it. Because if that hose busts, you know what's happening. The bed's coming down. So go ahead and replace them now. Probably take steam cleaner, clean it off. But I'm happy with it. Like I say, we got our 2 front mounts here solid. One on this side, one on that side. And the 2 rear pads are welded. Hadn't decided exactly yet. I know there'll probably be one goes here and there on the other side. And we'll see if maybe we add one here and here on the other side. It had one here. This is one I had to cut off because it intersected directly with our air ride suspension. So it had to get moved. I'd like to get it here or here. Well, here's not an option, so right here probably the best option, and then add one there. It's just a little bit of welding, some 5/8 bolts, and drill a few holes. No big deal. Don't ever want it to come off. So let's see. I've still got to come in here. I've got my mount for this. It's going to be, it'll be up under here. We got to get that mounted. It's on the list. Got to get the rest of the wiring done. This is all the wiring for the bed, and I got to get it tied into the wiring of the truck on a Dutch connector to where I can take it apart if I ever want to take the bed off for some reason. But of course, we need to get it pressure washed and then probably sandblasted, primed, and painted. I know some people are going to say you should have done it before you put it on, but if I had a beautiful truck, I would agree with you. But I can take this truck to the sandblaster, throw a tarp over the truck, and tell him to go at it. And same thing, if I take the truck to get painted, he can raise the cab up, raise the bed up, and go at it. So it's a whole lot easier, safer with it mounted on the truck. I can take the truck. If we need to leave it, we'll leave it, whatever. It needs to get done. Whether it gets done instantly is yet to be determined. Matthew and I come back from vacation so far behind. I wanted to work on this all week and didn't even get a chance to look at it till Friday, and was going to work all day today and had a lot of stuff going on, which I'm grateful for. No complaints. But when we get more time, we'll get in it. Like I said, we got the other truck sold. That's the one thing I've been waiting on this truck. I didn't see the point of going and getting a tag and insurance on a truck that wasn't ready to drive to start with. Now, if it'd been ready to drive, I might have pulled the trigger. Might not, but I might have. But this truck was not ready to go on the road. It is almost now. If I get the brake lights tail lights and all that wired in, and get the fuel filler welded on, then yes, it's ready to start road tripping and see what if anything we need to work on. So anyway, I got the other truck sold. I got the tag in this truck. Probably first thing I do tomorrow. Matthew's got an appointment in the morning, so I'll probably just run to the DMV, run to the insurance office first. Put insurance on this, get proof of insurance, go to the DMV, and take that tag off of the old 450 and put it on this one, and make it, road legal so that we can start driving it. Biggest thing I want to do is drive it for 30 minutes, hour, and get the transmission good and hot at road temperature, bring it back and do a flush, filter change, and refill on the transmission. But I won't do it after it's done a good bit of road miles. That's still a question mark on that part. That's part of the gamble. It goes. I drove it home. We'll see how it does, long term with a load on it, pulling this, that, and the other. I'm not opposed to a six-speed manual swap one day. I prefer a manual in a work truck any day. But we're getting close. I'm going to let this thing back down. It's getting late in the day, and we've got a live stream tonight that I hope you guys tuned in to watch. Overjoyed with the pump. Like I say, that was a gamble. Bought it sight unseen, untested. I didn't know what one cost if I had to buy another one, so it wasn't a deal breaker, but I'm glad it works. It saved me $500, $600, $700 having to replace one. Just put those hoses on it, filled up with fluid, and I'll be quite happy with it. The cab to bed spacing is perfect. I'm overjoyed with that. This is wired up hot. It will work all the time. I actually got it. You'll find, if you ever do one of these, you'll find it's a hard place to find to put one of these. So I actually got it mounted in the floor. There's our tag. Happy with the seats. Happy the way it runs. Cranks up, runs good. Let's go to the other side. Look. Still got to go through the front end. I hadn't had the front wheels off yet. Check the front brakes. Got no reason to suggest they're bad, but until I look at them, it's still a guess. Don't know. I want to show you this side. Our toolbox worked out great. Might could have went back another 2 inches, but as far as being out in front and the gap over top is perfect. We got our air compressor, our tank, and some straps in here already. It worked out great. I am overjoyed. Now, let's back you up. It looks like a dump truck now. It don't look like an old ambulance, other than it says ambulance on the hood, and it's got a orange blue stripe on it. But that's it, guys. It is a dump truck. It's nowhere near finished, but it will run, drive, and dump. Shorten it up a little bit. There you go. I have to sit down and do the cost analysis. I hadn't added anything in a couple of weeks. Hadn't bought anything. Just guessing we're in the 9-10 range. I have to go add it all up, and that'll include Mizing out for selling the other truck, which is totally irrelevant. Sorry about that. Thought it turned off. Screen went dark on me. I got good money out of selling the old truck, which offsets my cost of buying this one, but that's irrelevant because I'm looking for a total cost, what I spent. If you didn't have one, you're going to spend it all. I had the equity in the old truck, which, I got back in selling it. I didn't get back near I had invested in it. Spent way too much money. The time him and I talked for a couple hours and I went through my mind all the stuff I'd bought, I'm like, yeah, I'm losing a fortune on this. I got the truck cheap, but we spent a lot of money on it. Put a computer, put injectors, timing chain. Put timing chain on the 460 that he took with him. Yeah, full tune-up, distributor cap, plugs, wires, injectors were expensive. What else? Battery, oil change, transmission change, flush the radiator, change that. Didn't have to put tires, brakes, or wheels on it, which helped. And then you had the 460 where I'd bought a gasket set for it. I bought a nut and bolt set for it. I put the advanced timing chain kit on the 460, help it with low end torque. I had to buy a new front cover for it. So all that stuff adds up, but that's irrelevant. Some projects you're never going to get money out of, and I got more than I thought acceptable to offset the cost and enjoyment we had using it. Now this, I'm into it cheap enough. If it was painted and prettied up, I could make money on it. I've got a lot less in it than it's worth. But some of these old vehicles, you'll never get out of them what you put in it. Just know that up front. I hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying the work. It's a little hot today, but we'll work through it. So I believe I'm going to end it off there because, like I say, this video was about getting the bed mounted and functioning, and it is. It's not finished by any means, but it does go up and down. As soon as I get tagged insurance, I'll be real quick about getting the tail lights working and getting that filler neck mounted, and then I can literally drive it legally. I hadn't driven it but twice. We drove it home when we purchased it, which was legal. In North Carolina, you get 30 days as long as you have proof of insurance on a current vehicle and a signed title. And then I drove it down to Robert's shop one time. So that's all I've got to drive it. I'm looking forward to putting some miles on it, see how the fuel economy is, see how it drives, 70 mile an hour on the interstate, and then we'll see what we get into. Whew, I'm tired, I'm hot. Gotta go get a shower for this live stream. Like I say, if you tuned in, I greatly appreciate it. As always, guys, appreciate each and every one of you watching our videos. That's why we're here. Matthew and I are just normal people filming what we do on a daily basis. I try to give you my insights into running a business, living your life, how to be financially fit in the things you do. This younger generation needs more of that, of learning the difference between I want and I need. And that's always a hard battle, even at my age. I want, but what do I need? I wanted a $150,000 dump truck. I needed about a $10,000 dump truck, okay? So we all make choices. I don't care if you're the richest person in the world, poorest person in the world. You make choices every day, and that's what I'm trying to here to help you show you some of the choices we make and why. If you know me personally, I'm not against spending money. I spend a lot of money, but I'm real picky about where I spend it, why I spend it, and what the return on investment is. There's very little return on investment for me, but we don't use a dump truck a lot. Now, if you're a landscaper, gravel hauler, carpenter, into light construction, you probably make a lot of money to that. I don't. It's just here to make our life easier. If we want to buy something on Marketplace, oh Lord, it'd be something else. We got something nice to drive that'll tow more than my Chevrolet will. And hopefully we'll get Robert fix air conditioning. We can be good and cool doing it, but that's another issue to work on. So I say all that to say, that's why we're here. That's why I do this. We run a sawmill business, kiln drying, motor planing, and if you got questions about that, please ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. It's not for the faint of heart, guys, being self-employed. Saturday morning, I was wanting to sleep in. Had a guy down here waiting on me, ready to buy some lumber. Same thing yesterday. Friday morning, we was out real late Saturday morning, Thursday night at ball game for the grandkids. And I was wanting to sleep in. I had a guy sitting here 8:30 in the morning wanting to buy a truck. So got to get up and go. That's part of it. You got to be willing to get in there and get the work done. You got to take time off when you can, But when you're not taking time off, you're time on. And that's the important part you got to realize. If you're one of these people, you want every weekend free, you want every Saturday, you want every Sunday, you want every holiday, don't be self-employed. Go get you a job at some company that takes every government holiday and enjoy yourself. Being self-employed is a different ball game. I call it hustling. It's not a negative term, that's a positive term. I'm always hustling. Anybody ask me a question about wood, I'm hustling, trying to make a sale, trying to fulfill their needs, trying to be what they're looking for within reason. You don't blow anybody off. Little jobs can be big jobs, can become big jobs, vice versa. Every customer is important until they prove themselves not to be, okay? I'm not going to get run over by no one. I'm too old for that crap. But I do my best to help people up until a point, and when we reach that point, we're going to part ways, because it's my business. My name's on the letterhead, and I decide who I do business with if it gets to that point. And it really hasn't. I hadn't had anybody that I basically said, you need to leave. I have had a few. I hope they don't come back, but that's very few, and that's in any business. I spent 35 years in sales, and when I first started at a young man's age, I struggled because I didn't know how to deal with people. But I learned quite quickly, and I took it as a personal challenge. If I had a customer, because we dealt with customers we seen daily, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever. We've seen them on a regular basis. And I took it as a great insult if I had a customer that I couldn't turn into a friend eventually. And, I work towards that. And you should as well. It takes effort, takes learning to listen. And that's a hard part, learning to listen to a customer, learn a little bit about them, friends, family, activities, what they're interested in. And you can learn to deal, work, provide, and satisfy customers that you may not ever want to meet after work. But in a work setting, you can do exactly what they need done. You can be exactly who they need at that moment. So I hope that helps. That's the tip of the day. Learn how to deal with customers, different people. Never had a fight at work. Had a few times I'd offered to. Had a few customers I offered, they had a chance. Let's go outside. You run that mouth again, you're getting a shot at the title today. But I considered it a great failure if it ever got to that point. But you had a few that pushed you that far. And hey, everybody gets a shot. So guys, I hope you enjoy this. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon editing these videos, guys. If you don't do YouTube, you don't realize how much time and effort they put into it, and I greatly appreciate all their effort. Big shout out to Wood Mizer. You get a chance, give Joe Maine a call. He'll help you out with Wood Mizer, sawmills, blade sharpeners, setters, edger, kiln, whatever you need. He's a great resource. His phone number and information will be in the description. Hadn't said anything about Chuck and Sunder lately. If you get a chance, check out Chuck's channel. Lord, I just lost it. Oh, Lord. Sorry, Chuck. It's been one of them days. It'll be in the description. Check them out. They're good people. He's one of those people that I never met until I got into YouTube. And then come to find out, he used to be Western North Carolina Emergency Management Director. Basically head of all the ambulance services in Western North Carolina. And he'd been all through this area, knew everything about the community, but we'd never met. He lives about 2.5 hours away up in McGrady, North Carolina. It's just amazing what YouTube has done for me, meeting new people. And I don't take that lightly. I get people all the time messaging me, different places of the world. And I'm like, wow, I don't deserve this. And I really don't. So, last thing, guys, this video is a couple weeks old, but it's been a very trying week for our country, for our land, for our world. I really don't care where you land politically. That's not what this is about. But we should never, ever, for any reason, glorify somebody's murder. I cannot fathom that. How evil you'd have to be to glorifying somebody's assassination. If I can't wrap my head around that. There's people in this world I don't like politically for different reasons or whatever, but you know, they're all God's children. I hope they all get right with God and we all meet in heaven one day. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.